I'm your host, David Shensky, and you're listening to Live Without Limits, the Dreams Come True with the Right Mindset, coming to you from the Blog Talk Radio Network. And today's presentation is, are you extra needy or insecure in a relationship? What it looks like. Well, in a relationship, everyone has needs and desires. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, I'm a firm advocate that we should be clear on our wants and needs in a relationship as long as it's in balance. So let's talk about the neediness in this presentation. Have you ever been told that you are too needy, especially in an intimate relationship? Do you think that you're too needy? Do you have a silent addiction to the attention that your partner gives you? The topic of readiness or clinginess is an important topic when it comes to relationships. If you're a person who tends to be needy and clingy, it can have a negative effect on your partner and your relationship. It can push them away and cause arguments and could even cause a breakup. So we're introducing codependency. If you're extremely clingy or needy in a relationship, you could have learned codependent ways of relating growing up. Codependency is typically when a person seeks to find fulfillment through another person. Those who relate to codependency tend to need attention in order to feel secure. They're adopted an insecure style of relating, usually in childhood. If you're codependent, you have a tendency to be insecure, jealous, controlling, and needy. It may seem like you never get enough attention, and it can really cause some relationship struggles. Now, before you start feeling badly about yourself, I want to let you know that if you're struggling with this type of relating, it's usually because of childhood neglect or trauma. For one reason or another, you didn't form a secure bond with your caregivers, and this caused some insecurity to surface throughout your life. I say this so that you can resist the urge to judge or shame yourself, because the reality is that you can learn to relate in a better and healthier way. Four signs that you may be struggling with insecure relationships of codependency. You're overly anxious. Do you tend to have a lot of anxiety concerning your relationship? Do you anxiously await a return text message or phone call? Do you get angry when they don't get back to you in the time frame that you think they should have? Are you anxious that they'll have or that they'll leave you? Do you wonder if you're good enough for them? So, heightened anxiousness is a sign of codependency. Caretaking. Do you feel like you have to take care of your partner in order to please them? Do you tend to bear every little need because it makes you feel fulfilled? Do you do too much for them? A codependent person will do more than share the tasks for her partner without being asked because they get a feeling of fulfillment when they are pleased. Oftentimes, this feeling can turn into resentment as well because the codependent will do, do, and then feel angry because they never do anything in return. It can turn into a vicious cycle. Jealousy. Some jealousy is quite normal in a relationship, but if you are extremely jealous, and have a difficult time allowing your partner to hang out with their friends or do things they enjoy, you're most likely dealing with codependency. Jealousy can really harm a relationship, and if it is not worked through, can cause one to end. Insecurity. If you have low self esteem or self worth, the insecurity that you deal with as a result tends to affect the way that you respond to your partner. If you're insecure, you will look toward your partner for security. But when they are not there, you might feel scared and anxious. It's like their presence becomes your security, and without it, you might feel alone and abandoned. Much of this could stem from childhood abandonment issues, overcoming neediness or codependency. If you think that you're dealing with some extra readiness or neediness or codependency issues, perhaps you should see a counselor and join a Codependence Anonymous support group. Extreme neediness will not do you or your relationship any good. So take some time to work on yourself. Get involved in some activities that you enjoy and read a good book on overcoming codependency. There are several codependent authors that are highly respected in the field, like Tia Melody and Melody Beatty. You will also want to look into the topic of anxious attachment styles. You don't have to live a life overly codependent upon others for your happiness. Start taking steps toward today to become free of extra neediness, of codependency, and take your relationship to the next level. The idea is you want to have healthy relationships where there's a lot of give and take and respect for each other's opinions, and what are your boundaries, because people who are codependent don't really have any boundaries.